Hello everyone, this is Bytesauce and welcome to episode 17 of Feed the Beast Unleashed. And I decided this episode I'm gonna try and get myself some bees. So I decided I'm gonna make it out of, I'm gonna need a bee room. I'm gonna have to make it out of oak logs because I've got like 12,000 of the things. So yep, I'm gonna make it out of oak logs, and I'm gonna base it around here because I did some looking about, and this is a normal biome, so this looks like an ideal location. So I'm going to build that off camera, and I will come back when it's done. The building is complete, and this is what I come up with. I'm pretty impressed, actually. That was a creeper hole. Looks like a weird structure from here, but if you look on the map, it's actually a honeycomb structure. Pretty cool, hey? So the idea is these are going to be my apiaries, and obviously all the pipes and stuff at the back. These are eventually going to be my alvearies, so this kind of shape here, and then I can put multiple all the way around. And across the other side, there's going to be my machines that I need. So any bee machines that I'm going to put are going to be around this area. Some power going in at the back and whatnot, and maybe a tank somewhere around here, or some way of storing DNA. So that's what I've come up with for the building, at least. Now all I need is some bees to go in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the night time, and I've already got myself some scoops, and as you can see I'm peppered with arrows. So once it becomes night, which I've just slept, so it's going to be a while, I'm going to go hunting for some bees. So I'll be back when it's night. So I'm after a few different types of bees. It's still day, but I decided I'd come looking anyway because night just makes it easier. I can still find them in the day. So I found these two, but this is sorceress. I've actually found two of these already. These aren't the type I'm after initially. These are more for, I don't know, more exotic things. So I'm going to keep looking around, and I'll show you the different types that I want. So, oop, I'm sinking. So I'm going to keep looking, and I'll come back if I should find the hives I want. Skeleton in a wizard hat. How cute. This is one of the ones I wanted. This is in a, well, this is a tropical biome, but any sort of jungle-like biome. They're usually in the tree leaves. So if I just grab one of these, see what we get. This is hopefully the one I want. There we go. A tropical princess and a tropical drone. So that's one of the ones I want. I'm going to keep looking for some other ones. I think this is another type that I want. I think this should be... Should have two now. There we go. Forest. So I've got forest. I didn't get a drone with them, but that's not the end of the world. But now it's becoming dark. All I need to look for is little spots of light on the map, and they should be around there because I've produced light at night. So, well, I think that's lava, but so they're a lot easier to find. So I'm going to keep looking and see what else I can find. There's a good example of the light that they admit. Not the ones I want, but as you can see, there's one over here. This is one I actually think I need. Yep, this is one. Meadows. And there's should be one there. There's another one there, and over this way as well. So easy to find at night. Although you do have to deal with all the zombies. Anyway, I'm going to keep getting some more, although I do need a cleaner inventory. So I will be back when I've got all whatever that I need. So I've come back with all these bees, all different types, which means they don't stack. The other thing is it's going to fill my things. So if I go into the indexer, we're going to have to throw something in quickly. So let's put the goblin. And then we can take this over here. And this basically will only accept different types of bees. So it will only accept princesses and drones. But it will accept, as far as I'm aware, an infinite amount of them. So you can put as many as you like, all in one block. And then you can also sort them into like species or the type. So these are now sorted into princess and drone. Obviously there's no thing for this. So it's, ooh, I don't know what that does. So it's a good way to store all the bees. So I'm going to grab all the ones that are in my AME system already that my quarry dug up, and I'll come back. So I've gone and created myself a squeezer, and for the squeezer, what I'm actually going to squeeze is if I grab my wrench, which is that, there's some seeds. So I want to keep stocked 32 seeds. And I've already got the power running, and all I need after that is some... Ooh, let's just take that off, neaten up a bit. Do it that way, and bring it along here, and I pre-built a tank. Now, I don't think I've got enough liquid duff left, but basically I'm going to pump the seed oil that I get straight into this tank at the top. So I'm going to do that off camera. I just thought I'd show you the squeezer and what I'm doing. So I'll be back in a bit. There we go, producing very small amounts of seed oil, all set up, going nicely. Anyway, back to the bees. So I've just set up a end tank on the other side of the tank over there, which houses the seed oil. And all I'm going to do is throw one of these down here, click that around, add this to here, and this should start filling up with seed oil. And now I get power straight from there, and if I need to set up any sort of automation for this, which I probably will for impregnated steaks, I can do it straight off this. So all I need now though is, let's throw this pattern in. Should get one of these, which is an impregnated casing, which you can't really see. I'll just throw that in, and I'll cook myself up, say 4, maybe 5 impregnated casings. So I'll be back once that's done. So in my bee room, I've already got in my apiaries tropical queens going. So in each, I've got 3 of them going in these 3. I also want to get the start of the rest of the bees going. So for that, I'm going to use, I'm going to try and make a common bee. So all I'm going to do is grab any princess. I've got a lot of Rocky, so I'm going to use one of them, and any drone. And if you want to go back in, there we go. In fact, I'll grab one of these instead. There we go. And then all you do, throw them in together, and these will cook up into the queen, and then hopefully they'll die out, and there's a chance of mutation. But I want to make that mutation slightly higher, or the mutation chance slightly higher, so I'm going to grab a couple of other things, and I'll come back. So I'm back in my house. I've created some impregnated frames from the seed oil, and I want to get myself, if I just throw these in, I want to get myself 3 of these. So 1, 2, 3. And with the other 3, I want to grab a piece of soul sand and grab 3 of these. So let's throw them in. So I've got 3 chocolate frames and 3 soul frames. Now what I'm going to do is run over here, down here. Oh yeah, I've got a shrouded plate here, if you're wondering how I open the door. And if I try and stay away from my tropical bees because they keep stinging me, and I want to throw in the 3 chocolate frames, and what this will do is it'll decrease the time it takes for this to die, basically. And the only benefit to that really is so I can take these out just before it dies and then throw in these soul frames, which will increase the mutation chance. So I'm going to wait for this to die, well, just before it dies, and then switch out these frames, and then I'm going to hope for a mutation. So I'll be back then. I also remembered while I was waiting for the bee to die, I want to grab basically all the vanilla trees and just plant them all around. So it's just random assortment all the way around, close to where the bees are growing. So let's yeah, do another one over there and one over there. One there. There we go. So I'm gonna bone meal these up, and then I'll wait for the bee to die again. Well, I missed it dying, but that's okay. We actually got a common drone. Now, this might not be a full common drone. It could be like a common Rocky or a common Meadows. So we need to actually get a little bit of equipment to analyze it. So I'm going to grab that, and I'll show you that one. I've got it. So off camera, I created another carpenter, and I filled this one with water this time. And for this, I need diamond, some redstone, some glass panes, and a bit of tin to create a beealizer. It'll take a while to craft up, but whilst that's crafting, I've also made one of these, which is a centrifuge. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in all my combs in, because for the beealizer to work, I'm going to need these things, honey drops. So each analysis takes 1 honey drop, so I'm going to centrifuge all this, and then I'll analyze the bee. If fact, it should be done by now. There we go. So you throw your honey drops in the top, and then you take the drone you want to analyze, and you can see I've got a common meadows. There's all different information which tells you how many bees it'll produce, what it needs what flower it needs, and all this about pollen speed and lifespan and whatnot. So you analyze each of your bees. I'm going to need some more honey drops. So this one in here, and take the only bee that isn't analyzed, which is this one, and this is a Rocky too. So we didn't unfortunately get any other common, even in the inactive traits, so I'm going to have to keep breeding a bit and see if we can get another a common. So I've been breeding up these bees for quite a while, and the idea of bee breeding is basically when you pick the bee, if I can just grab any old bee, just grab this Valiant. What you look for is the traits that you want. So say you want a common bee, you just look for the bee with the most. So say if it says common here and common there, that's an ideal bee. And then you just pick the ones with the traits that you want most. So if you have, say, a common Rocky and a common, you put them together rather than two common Rocky bees, because that gives you more chance of actually getting a purebred common. So I've been doing it for a while. I've actually went right past common and ended up mutating them further into cultivated, which is not really what I wanted. Oh, there's a loud zombie. But I did end up going back again and getting a common queen, so that's ideal. I do keep getting poisoned as well, which is quite annoying. But that's it for episode 17 of Feed the Beast Unleashed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you later.